Welcome to the SGL show, Spiritual Guiding Light. I'm Spiritually Guiding Light, and this is your weekly divine guidance for the week. I hope your weekend went accordingly. With that being said, make sure you follow and subscribe. If you were tuned in from Instagram, you click the link in the bio. I want to say welcome to the SGL show. And for those of you who have been following the SGL show podcast, I just want to give a shout out and say thank you. If you want to give a shout out, just simply hit the message button and provide your username and where your state you're giving your shout out from. Anywho, moving forward, let's go ahead and start your divine guidance for the week. I want to first look at some thoughts and emotions that are going on behind the scenes that you may not be aware of. Are you currently experiencing these thoughts and emotions? Are they just now getting ready to present itself? And it's that moment of, oh, this is what she was talking about. Yeah, it happens. All right, so let's go ahead and emotion thoughts for the week of divine guidance. Okay, quite a few came out. So we have indifferent, we have shy, listless, pensive in reverse, jolly in reverse, yes, selfish in reverse, lighthearted, sour, interested, and reluctance. Okay. Saying yes to interest, someone being sour about it, the reluctancy associated with shy. I'm sensing that shy is not actually being seen, nor is being selfish. Yes, jolly, just lighthearted, very indifferent. So this is a unique individual. Keeps to themselves, truly is shy but not seen as that. Self-sabotage, pensive. Yeah, pensive. This is some of you coming out of deep thought of thinking, okay? Whatever those interests are, you have to fill in the blank of what interests, listless. So some of you are weighing your options. Some of you are weighing your options because you don't want to come off as selfish. Some of you are being lighthearted about decisions that you have to make, whether it's leaving a sour taste in your mouth for other people. I have an affirmation. I possess the qualities and needed to be extreme to be needed. Okay, I possess the qualities needed to be extremely successful. Yes, making a decision here. I'm assuming reluctant is like a passive decision or like hesitant. Let's make sure. unwillingly. No, it's unwillingly. Yeah, like not wanting to, hesitant of not wanting to do something. Unwilling thing. Yeah, hesitation. Yeah. Okay. I feel good about that. Because I was like reluctant. I really feel hesitant just even saying the word. So let's look at some shadow energy here. I'm really not seeing anything as pertaining to self being in shadow self. What I'm really self sabotage has literally been has been lightened, right? Moving forward, coming out of being stuck in your own trance of heavy thinking, right? That to come to pass, moving forward. But this sour taste, whether it's you or someone else, group, people, places, or people within places, for the most part, jolly can come into play once pensive, once you come out of being in deep thought. As a side note here, and simply saying yes. Oh, what's the sour shadow side on the shadow? It is in the shadow, so is it a fool? Let's see. Any jokesters? So if there's no jokesters on the table, then this is you having a sour taste in your mouth. Whether this is keeping respecting indifference and just like pass on, like moving forward, like it's kind of like a rebel energy. Yeah, judgment in reverse. That's what the sour, not respecting indifference, points of view, your individualism. This could be what you came out of and pertaining to thought, coming out of self-sabotaging yourself, self-sabotaging self by thinking negative thoughts of what you think people think, such as being a selfish person. Yes, right. Listless, same thing as selfish. Like alter ego. Are people interested? Yes. In your indifference? Yes. That what makes you different? Yes. Which means your affirmation. I possess the qualities needed to be extremely in order. Let me say this. I possess the qualities needed to be extremely successful. Right. But if there is someone that has a sour taste, it's not an individual. It's a group entertaining each other. Listless. You can name them all. You can name them if you knew who they were. Right. Okay. And shadow self. Chain into this sourness. There's no need to judge. Everything's on the table pertaining to, that's why it's lighthearted. It's like, okay, it is what it is. No hard feelings. Moving forward, right? Not, and getting out of that moving forward of not being selfish. Being respectful of both point of views. Showing interest, right? Just come out positive. In a jolly situation of yes, yes, yes. Let's go ahead and shine some light. Shine light. We have landing on jolly is boundaries. Question, where do you need to establish better boundaries pertaining to you, your mind, body, and spirit, so that you can remain in line in what it is, whether it's your job, your passion, focus on family. You have to fill in the blanks of what that is. But you have to speak up and create these boundaries. Okay. Let's see. Let's lay down some self-love. whether that is direction, acknowledgement. Grounding needs to be maintained pertaining to your self-love. And by doing so, make sure that you stay optimistic, okay, about loving self, about making that commitment, okay? Because if you can't make the commitment of loving yourself, how do you expect other people to make a commitment to you if you can't make one to yourself? Okay? Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Okay? And I truly believe romance pertaining to self-love is that courting, that fellowshipping, that friendship. Okay? Let's see here. Let's go ahead and put some masculine and feminine on your reading. More masculine than feminine. Okay. And feminine came out, right? So we have the Queen of Emotions in reverse. Make sure you tune in click the link for the YouTube channel, the SGL YouTube channel. Click that link, and I need you to listen to the collective. I think it's the hot mess, or what's going on behind the. No, it's weekends. What's going on behind the scenes? This will be suitable for you. Okay, moving forward. So we have the Queen of Emotions in reverse. This is not feeling and not having your thoughts and your emotions in control, right? But you've come out of that, right? This is when it reverses, it has come to pass, right? We have the Eight of Strength. You have to have strength to speak up for yourself, literally. And then the Five of Emotions, and by doing that, you can be coming off as cold, right? From you being straight to the point, you may come off as bold. But if you do understand that that is your gift, and that you possess the qualities needed to be extremely successful, okay, coming out of that shyness. But for the most part, by the Queen of Emotions and the Strength card in reverse, which is meaning that there is self-doubt, okay? Self-doubt, right? And you need to step into, taking the time and being optimistic, okay, about this transition. Because you'll be able to see once you create those healthy boundaries, right? You then will step into your Queen of Emotions and Eight of Strength. Yes, sometimes at the end of the underlining, which are people who've been through some things, yeah, they do come off as cold. If that's you, or if that's someone you're dealing with, or if that's your job, or whatever, you have to fill in the blank of what that is. But respect indifference and come out of your feelings. Okay, you got to come out of your feelings. So that's what that is. Come out of your feelings. All right, let's put some Rebel. I got to put my Rebel. Okay. For those of you who are new to the SGL show, make sure you follow and subscribe. If you have any questions, email spiritualguidinglight@gmail.com. Some of you need to be gentle with yourself. Okay. Allow that mess to come to you. That's someone's confirmation. You have to fill in the blank of what that is. Rebel, for divine guidance for the week. You are going through some tough things. Acknowledge that. That's an acknowledgement. Acknowledge it and stay optimistic. Love self, speak to self. And as you do, you have to even set boundaries with your own self, not just boundaries with people. You have to literally tell yourself, like, okay, we're going to bed at this time, and we're going to get, like, sometimes our bodies, they win. And it's not that we're vulnerable. We've come to an agreement, but knowing that our body is gonna go left. But then when we do make good decisions, our body goes into protective mode, especially if there are things that are unfamiliar of our normal routines. Any more rebel for the divine guidance for the week? We have, it will lie to your face. Yes, if you are stuck in your thoughts and you are stuck in being pensive, yes, eventually your mind is going to lie to yourself, your face. Eventually you have to understand, if no one is getting your boundaries, or if this is someone trying to set boundaries with you, you have to accept indifference. If someone is shy, you cannot demand them to speak up, but you can be an example, a good example, make them aware so that they can acknowledge. And it just takes time. You never know what anyone goes through. Okay, let's see. So, affirmation, my life is just beginning. For some of you, this is a jolly moment. It's a yes moment. It's in a, no, I'm not being selfish for putting myself first. Let's go ahead and get some direction. Before I want to do that, I'm going to put some entrepreneur on there. Business owners, you fill in the blank. Construction, freelancer, contractor, whatever. Fill in the blank. Professor, lawyer, anyone in biology, chemistry, biotech, sports, directors, corporations, fill in the blank. School teachers, professors, counselors, psychiatrists, fill in the blank. Wedding planners, event coordinators. How is that going? Especially when everything's going Zoom. New regulations for each venue. Healthcare, for the most. Doesn't matter what. Every part and piece of healthcare. Right? Holistic. Okay, I'm going to stop, right? You know where I'm going with this. Okay. Entrepreneurs. We have change of focus, and we have collaborate. This is really, really beautiful. Okay. Change of focus. Think happy thoughts and apply those to business for a better focus. Fill in the blank. Another way to look on it on the outside of the box for those whom are ready to get into your creativity, because now you have space to come back and create again. But there's this blockage because normally you collaborate, right? You collaborate, and that's how you network, is the things that you can do, right? You can create. You just basically linked to someone else and paid someone else. And for some of you, there was a bartering effect, but we'll get into that another time. Collaborating, right? But now you're in a space of blockage because you haven't done it. You haven't done it for quite some time, right? Now you're in a space of falling in love with your passion and your creative endeavor, especially for those of you who worked your business from the bottom up, right? And now you're in a place to go back to the drawing board, right? To evolve, right? But you have to collaborate. Some from you, your startups, okay? Collaborate. And do you have a media kit? Can you write a proposal? Okay, who do you vibe with? My suggestion is collaborate with those who are like-minded and that can get you. For some of you, depending on what industry you are in, you have to eliminate the shyness, right? And you have to truly, truly, divinely collaborate. Don't come off and collaborate as selfish, okay? So let's go ahead and give you a universal love of extension. Boundaries are very important. Creating them with self. Oh, you guys, you know what? We didn't even give direction. Let's go ahead and give some direction. Right? Balancing it out, the Four of Cups, right? Don't regret, and don't create your own missed opportunities with self-growth, because you don't know who's watching you and and gets you, but do you get yourself? Okay. Yeah, because moving forward is the Six of Cups. Take the support available to you from family and close friends. That's that collaboration, right? And going back and fixing and acknowledging you have the Ace of Wands. That's that inspiration and that willpower. Stop questioning yourself and jump right into the creative project you've been dreaming about. That's the direction. Let's go ahead and give you some universal love of extension. Actually, that's just too much. That's too many directions. So we're just going to go ahead and just start laying out the divine guidance for the week. Divine guidance for the collective. Tell me how everything is going. You have any questions? There is no wrong question. So it's time to get out of the shyness. Ooh. So we have 4 divine guidance. Pick one that suits you. One that you may feel that it doesn't suit you. Then that's the boundary. Starting, being confident of what you don't like and what you like, what you're going to receive and intake and what you're going to reject. Okay? What you're interested into, you'll know, because you don't have to make yourself, you don't have to question yourself. But you have to understand that no matter where you go, though, you're going to have differences. Everyone may like the same color, but everyone's feel of a color or what attracts them, it will all have a different meaning. But what's in common is the color of agreement. Moving forward, so we have lion-hearted, right? I knew I was going to need that post. All right. Just one moment. I'm trying to get my post in order. Okay. So we have lion-hearted, which is the lioness. And then we have angel of truth. True. I love a true person. I really do. And for some of you, that's where the difficultness is you look at self as the truth. And you try to seek truth of beings. And it can be difficult because some truth of beings are just in protection mode. And that's what the indifference is. Some truth beings are not afraid because they know who they are. But then those who are in protection mode do know who they are, right? But some people stay in protective mode because that's the only security that they know. So being a leader and being a truth being and knowing that protection is freely given. Right? You don't have to work for that. God said He will never leave you nor forsake you. That's why you put on the full armor of God, that ye shall fight against the wiles of the enemy. But I'm not going to preach. So the next one is Magdalene. You are stronger than you think. But that is a message for some whom, once you start really truly making a commitment to love, you'll start seeing the things. They say it all the time: work smarter, not harder. You're starting to realize, and it's a learning. Everyone learns from their mistakes, and you still have to understand indifference, okay, of those who know the game. But then those who are not playing the game, you have to be indifferent and respect all differences. And that can be difficult at times. Not difficult of not wanting to be indifferent and respectful, right? Having an open mind and being open mindful, right? You have to understand that that's not always going to be reciprocated in return. You're not going to receive that for the most, because everyone who's playing the game is in protection mode. And those who are not playing the game, because they move slow. They move slow. You are able to spot and see how a group or individual, a human being, can be in so much peace and so much chaos and stagnation. And a lot of people envy that. That's what causes more friction, more obstacles, right? But you don't have to play the game. Just keep it in order. And for you to be able to do that is really make that promise to self and love self and know who you are and your gifts, and allow God to do what He's supposed, or she, however you want to put it. You fill in the blank. I don't know. The creator of all things, right? Giving the permission for us to have angels and spirit guides and our ancestors, right? And then we also have Starborn. Ever the sun, even the sun doesn't know it's a star. Okay. I don't know if that's the case. I mean, does the sun say, well, can I stop being hot now? I don't know. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and tap in and read your divine guidance for the week. I'm going to shorten it for the most part. So what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to stop here and I'm going to come back and tune in and read them. It's very important, very, very vital. Especially, I know how it feels to not have someone to talk to, and you're being strong because you have to be, and you do have interest, and you're fighting for your position. Focus on self, love self, understand everyone's indifferences, and believe that your qualities, that the qualities that you possess is what is going to make you extremely, extremely, extremely successful. You have to believe it. So I'm going to come back. Make sure you email spiritualguidinglight@gmail.com, follow and subscribe, and I'll come right back. All right. So your first divine guidance is the Lioness. Okay. Your ability to love yourself and be empowered is maturing. You are learning that real beauty and value of you comes from within. You are learning to rise above emotional game playing with honesty. You can enjoy your attractiveness as a person without allowing it to control your life. R, your sense of self-worth. If others try to control you through their opinion about your appearance or in any other way, you will be strong enough to recognize it is as their issue and nothing to do with you. Others will be attracted to your true inner beauty, appreciating your loveliness and enjoying how it helps them feel good about who they are too. That is beautiful. All right. So the next divine guidance for the week is Angel of Truth. Angel of Truth. The truth wants to be told, needs to be heard. It may seem like the whole world wants to believe in a lie, and so you wonder if you are crazy, if you are the only one who is thinking differently and desiring the real story to emerge. Yet, those that fight against the truth are even more in need of it. There can be no healing, no freedom, no moving on without it. Without it, you are going to be blessed with the truth revealed, a realization about yourself, the world, and others that will bring you relief. It will happen at the right time. It will set your soul free. Okay. Your third divine guidance for the week is Magdalene. You are experiencing a feel of being completely reborn, like a mythical phoenix rising from the ashes of once was. The past completely burned away. It is not about forgetting the past, but it is the reality that the past doesn't have any hold over you. You are being given a spiritual blessing for deep within your heart to cast off any and everything without exemption, except, exception from the past that does not bring you peace. The universe wants to take it from you, so let it go. There is now a brand new you, clean, fresh, and ready to start again with the protective grace of divine all around you and within you, shining bright and true. That is beautiful. You are stronger than you think, listener. Okay, and this is either, and some of y'all is like, no, you didn't. Yeah, I did, but it's not you. This is what you this is what you're telling someone else. Moving forward. Okay, we have Starborn. Okay. Starborn. You have a strong spiritual connection with the universe. Trust your intuition and your inner feelings about things, especially when your inner feelings is at odds with the appearance of something. Sometimes it is when it seems like the least is happening that the most important thing is actually taking place. You just cannot see it yet. You have a special and deeply spiritual life purpose to fulfill. You cannot get there with logic and planning. Your spirit knows how to guide you, and the universe knows how to support you. Following your heart, your spiritual path is going to lead to your best, brightest, and most beautiful life success. Okay, that was your divine guidance for the week. All right. And don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle, and that is you.